Well, welcome to our webinar, everybody. Thanks so much for coming. Today we're going to be sharing a guide for selling threshold visitor management systems. My name is Clerkin. I'm the Marketing Communications Manager at Threshold. I'd like to thank you all for joining us and like to introduce you to Kate Lillis. She'll be our presenter today. Thanks for joining us, Kate.
Thanks, Marianne. Welcome, distributors, and thank you for taking the time to join me today to learn more about Threshold products. Threshold specializes in visitor management solutions. We're a family-owned company that's been in business for just about 60 years. And like Marianne said, my name is Kate Lillis. I've been here for 12 years. I started off in customer service, but for the last 7 years, I've been working with distributors like yourself worldwide, and I'm here to help you sell our visitor products to your customers. And when I'm not here working, I'm spending time at home with my 7-year-old, 11-year-olds, and my husband.
Thanks, Kate.
So we can jump right in here. Mac, I think you have some polls for us.
I do. I just wanted to get to know our distributors a little bit. I have a quick question, if you wouldn't mind taking our poll. And you should just be able to answer right on the screen, and we'll give everybody a few seconds to get that. It should be popping up on your screen any moment. And we'll give everybody a moment to answer that question for us. And while we're waiting, just trying to get to know a little bit more about who you are and who you sell to. So thank you for sharing your feedback with us. Okay, it looks like I have about everybody. I'll give it another couple seconds. It looks like we have just about everybody that's on board has answered the poll question. So thank you so much for that. Kate will be reaching out to you, and this will help her. So thank you. Back to you, Kate.
All right. Today, I would like to discuss with you the reasons to sell visitor badges. I'll give you a product overview of our most popular products. I will give you some questions to ask your clients to get a conversation started about visitor management. And I'll also talk about who you can sell visitor badges to and who to speak to at each organization. And at the end, I have a whole toolbox full of tools to help you sell our products. And I'll also take questions from the audience. So jumping right in, why sell threshold visitor management systems? The first one is recurring revenue. Our visitor badges are a consumable product. So you sell the product once, your customer will use up the visitor badges, and the reorders will just come rolling in. Secondly, we have great distributor discounts. They're deep discounts. It allows for more revenue per order for yourself. And it also gives you the flexibility to adjust the retail price as needed. It's really easy to order with us. You can email me, you can call me, you can send a fax if you needed to. You can also go online and place an order on our website. And I'll give you all that contact info at the end of the webinar today, so you have that. We also have really quick turnaround for our stock products. They ship out the day you place the order or the day after, depending on what time your order arrives here. And for our imprinted products, it only takes us 2 to 3 days to print, and then we ship out, and we do ship from Connecticut. And today, in today's world, security is a growing concern at many businesses. So this makes the visitor badge systems a little bit easier to sell because security is front of mind for any of your customers that has a building. And also helping your customer make their facility safer for employees and visitors, it gives you credibility and will hopefully open doors for more opportunity to sell other products that you offer. So I'd like to talk about our most popular product, and that is expiring badges. Expiring badges are visitor badges that void out or change color overnight. This is great because it discourages reuse and encourages folks to sign back in every time they visit. It also prevents re-entry. So a visitor can't come and go as they please, or somebody can't grab the badge off the ground and gain entry into that hospital or school. The badges do not have to be collected, being that they change color overnight. You don't have to worry about enforcing visitors to stop back at the front desks to sign out or collect the badge. Really, really good for facilities that have multiple exits. And it also makes visitor management more secure. So you're basically taking a visitor badge label and adding this extra layer of security to your everyday typical name badge. Our most popular product we offer is our tab expiring visitor badges. And I'd like to play a quick video. It gives you a rundown on how these badges work.
Not sure if you people can hear the video. I seem to have lost the sound on the video. We'll let it continue to run through, but it will be available to you through Kate's website at the end of this as well.
All right, so like Marianne said, sorry about that technical difficulty there. I do have that video up on my website, so you will be able to replay that video. But basically it explained how the tab expiring badges work. Gave a couple examples. We have a manual visitor badge that you sign in on. We also have an electronic version, which is rolls of visitor badges that folks can print their badges out on. So again, at the end of the webinar, I'll give all that contact info so you can jump on and see that video. Sorry about that. So one version of our tab expiring badges is a manual version, which is a handwritten version. So the visitor would come in, they would fill out their visitor badge with all the info. They would peel it off the liner and adhere it to their shirt. And as they're filling out their visitor badge, it's creating an automatic duplicate log. So the facility will always have record of who was in their building and when. The duplicate log is confidential. There's a couple glue dots going down the right-hand side, sealing the liner and the duplicate together. So people coming in can't see who else has been in that building. The manual visitor badge comes wire bound in a book. It's portable. So in case of emergency, you can grab that book and exit, and you'll know what visitors are still signed in at your building. And the visitor badge themselves are completely customizable. We can print any color, any title, any logo, anything they need, we can print on those labels for them. The other option we have is electronic. These are rolls of badges used in computer printers. So if your customer is using a visitor management software system, you can help make that system more secure with adding the expiring visitor badges. It doesn't matter what software system they're using. It only matters what printer they're using. We manufacture the tab expiring rolls for the most popular printers that you'll see being used with visitor management software. For example, in the direct thermal labels, it's typically a Dymo or Zebra printer that they'll be printing badges out on. And also inkjet labels. We have those available for Premier printers and Epson printers. There is a complete list of compatible printers on our website that you can view. Now, if your customer does not have an electronic system and they're looking to go from manual to electronic, or they don't have anything and just want to implement an electronic system, we do have our own software available. It's called eVisitor. It is a cloud-based, easy to use, cost-effective system starting at $950 retail price. The electronic system allows your customer to log visitors, print badges, keep records of those who visited. And being that this is an electronic software, it's not, I don't have a physical sample that I can send out to you, but what I can do to help you sell this product is I can give free demos. I can come in as the manufacturer's rep, either in person, or I could do it with Join.me and phone with you and your customer, and I can go through a whole rundown of how it works and what it looks like. One popular accessory that we have for our visitor badges are called badge tags. These come in a reusable tag and a disposable tag. They also come in custom or stock. The badge tags are used after you fill out your visitor badge, whether you're printing it or filling it out by hand. You would adhere the badge to the badge tag and then use that badge tag with a clip or lanyard so the label is not sticking to their clothing. This provides more visibility. We have lots of color choices in stock and custom, and so it'll really make that badge stand out on your visitor. And with the custom ones, it helps you or your customer to promote policies, facility brands. We can do logos. We can print info on the back, such as an evacuation route or important phone numbers. The reusable badge tags are really popular in the corporate market, being able to promote their brand even further. And the disposable badge tags are really used in the healthcare setting. They're able to throw it away. They don't need to worry about germs, and they still get that increased visibility of the badge tag standing out, the visitor pass standing out on the badge tag, I should say. So who uses threshold visitor management systems? I have a couple slides to go through and talk about markets and all the best contacts to talk to. So in any market, the best person to start with is the director of security. If they don't have a director of security, I'll give you some alternative contacts as I go through all the different markets that the badges are used in. First up is the healthcare market. This includes hospitals, medical facilities, rehabs, assisted living, any of those health-related buildings. And there you can talk to materials management. The next big market is the education market. This is schools, districts, like the K through 12 schools, private schools, preschools. And there I would start with the secretary or principal. And if it's at a district level, you would want to talk to the district operations manager or the superintendent. And then getting into the more corporate market, government agencies use our tab expiring visitor badges, such as courts or municipality buildings. And there you would want to talk to the director of purchasing. Also includes the manufacturing facilities like the pharmaceutical companies, the aerospace, warehouse. We actually use our books in our warehouse where we produce all of them for the visitors coming in. And there you would want to talk to human resources. And also in the corporate office building environment, like casinos, or any company that has visitors coming and going, you would talk to human resources, loss prevention, or risk manager in that case. I have a bunch of questions here to help you get the conversation going with your customer about badging visitors. And these will help you learn what product can help improve their current sign-in system, or maybe make them realize that they need to implement a sign-in system. So a few questions, I'm just going to run down a couple of these, but I would definitely find out what they're using now, if anything, and how they're signing their visitors in. I would find out if they're happy with their system, if they're not happy with their system, what would they change about it. You can ask them how many visitors they have every day, or multiple points of access. Are people coming and going from all places in the building? Or maybe they have multiple buildings. Do they standardize across all of them? Or does each building responsible for their own decision on visiting their or managing their visitors? You can find out if they request ID from visitors when they come in. Ask them how they would respond in an event of an emergency and everyone had to evacuate the building. Do they know which visitors are still in there? And you could find out if the visitors need to sign out and return those badges, and is confidentiality important in their environment? So there's just a bunch of questions to get that conversation started and introduce the badges. So now I'd like to look at a few of the big markets and talk about where and how they might be using visitor badges. So I'll start off with the healthcare, hospital environment. They may be badging every single visitor that walks through that hospital in the front door. Or maybe they're only badging visitors after hours. They may be badging visitors on specific floors. For example, like the more restricted floors, the NICU, the pediatric. They may be using badges at the back entrance for their vendors or contractors, or maybe off-site at an outpatient clinic. Lots of different options to use these badges in the healthcare environment. Next up, I have the corporate world. A lot of time in the corporate environment, especially in this scenario in the photo you see here, sometimes they'll mix and match. So for example, corporate headquarters is the biggest building, most visitors, most employees. They're probably using an electronic system to sign in and badge their visitors, where the smaller branch offices don't have as many employees and visitors. They may be using a book of manual handwritten badges. Maybe at their factory or manufacturing, they're only badging vendors or factories, especially if they're doing tours of their factory. I was in Cape Cod, Massachusetts last year, and I toured the Cape Cod potato chip factory. And as soon as we walked in, we had to sign in, and we all had to wear a badge through that tour of the factory. And the last one, the education market. Sometimes in the education market, each individual school is responsible for deciding how they badge their visitors and who they badge. And then sometimes it's a district-wide decision to uniform all schools with their sign-in process. And keep in mind with schools and the education, they may not just be badging visitors. They could have volunteer badges or substitute teacher badges, possibly event badges. I know at my kids' school, when they do like a parent reading event, all the parents need to wear this special event badge when they go into the classrooms to read. And so if there's any parents out there that's listening to this webinar, maybe next time you go to your child's school, check out and see how they're keeping track of their visitors and badging. So finally, I have a whole list of things that I can help you with to sell our product. First up, I have my own website. It's Kate's Corner, k-corner.com. And there you can find some PDF flyers to print off and hand out or email to your customers. There's a ton of product videos on there, like the one that wouldn't play earlier. We have a PDF catalog with and without retail pricing. And then I also have a client-friendly website, which is badgeyourvisitor.com. And there's product videos, a catalog with the retail pricing in it. Doesn't have any of our contact info. And that's a really good website to look at when you're there with your customer. We also have a really great program that we started just a couple years ago with my marketing team. They will go onto your website and review your website and get you all of the images and pricing and descriptions of our products, our most popular products, so you can get those all up onto your website and help you promote visitor badges. I can also help you on your next sales call, whether it's a conference call with you, me, your customer. I can do a pre-sales call with just you before your sales meeting and go over what you're going to present. And I can also get samples in your hand before your meetings, so you have something to leave with them. Some of those samples, I can do a try it book, which is a mini book of our manual handwritten badges that you can drop off and have your customer actually try the product in their building. Or I have some mini rolls. Just let me know what kind of printer they're using, and I can send you out the right kind of roll of badges, and they can stick it right into their printer and test it out. And if you think of any other tools that would help you promote or sell our Threshold Visitor Management products, please reach out to me. Marianne and myself and the whole marketing team would love some new ideas and be able to make this as easy as possible for you. Marianne, any other thoughts?
Thank you, Kate. That was great. I hope everybody got a lot of information out of that. I would like to open it up to questions. So if anybody has any questions, you can use the screen on the right-hand side there to type in any questions. And Kate, I actually have a question here from Paul. He wants to know, what is his discount?
Okay, so distributor discount, I mentioned that we offer deep distributor discounts. We start at 40% off our suggested retail price. And depending on how large your order is, we go all the way up to 50% off our retail pricing.
That's great. Thanks, Kate. Let's see if I have another question here. Someone wants to know if there's a minimum order.
There is not. It is just one. So that could be one book of our manual handwritten visitor badges. That's 500 badges in a book. Or one pack of rolls for their printer, and that's 1,000 labels total in that one pack.
Great. So there's a question here from Ray asking just that, how many badges? So you've said 500 in a book and 1,000 in the rolls, correct?
Correct, yes.
Great. And then here's a question from Pat. She wants to know if we can drop ship right to her customer. Do we have to ship it to her?
I can drop ship blind right to your customer, so it looks like it's coming from you. Won't have any of our contact info. And I can also ship to you as well, whatever's easiest.
Great. One more question here from Bill. He wants to know about those logos on the books. Does he print those onto those sheets of book in the books of labels?
No, we do. Our manufacturing facility is on site right here in Connecticut, and we do everything. So we will print the logo on the badges, we will assemble the books with the duplicate and the badges, we'll wire bind it. We will send you or your customer the completed product.
Great. There's a question here from Meg. Meg's asking, does the software come in a kiosk mode for visitors to check themselves in?
That's a really good question. Yes, we do have two different versions of our e-visitor software. The picture that you saw on the slide, that is our desktop, which means someone is sitting behind the counter logging in the visitors for them. And to answer Meg's question, yes, we also have a kiosk version, which is basically a touchscreen tablet, and they would go through all the options, sign themselves in, and the badge will print out right there.
Right. And there's one last question I see here that's asking if the rolls of badges for the printers, the direct thermal or inkjet, do those come in color?
No, the badges do not come in color, and the reason is with the expiring feature of the visitor badges. If that expiring was to bleed through a colored label, it would be very faint, very hard to see, and pretty much defeat the purpose of an expiring visitor badge. So all of our badges are white, so that that red void really, really shows through.
That's great. And I guess they could use the badge tags to add color that way.
Yes, exactly, Marianne. If they really want to add some more color, whether it's their corporate color or school color, or just want those badges to sign out, that those badge tags are a great accessory to use.
Right. Good. Okay. Well, I think that I don't see. Oh no, I don't see any more questions. You can see Kate's contact information is up on the screen. She's available to answer any of your questions over the phone or through email. You can see all that information right there. Anytime, give her a call or send her an email, let her know what your questions are, or if you'd like to set up a demo of any of these products or receive some free samples, happy to do that. We also offer catalogs for distributors. The first 10 catalogs are made available to you for free. So you can contact Kate to get any catalogs that you might want to have that you can put your own branding on, and then leave those with your potential customers as well, so they can see the entire product line. And again, we wanted to thank you so much for joining us today. We appreciate your time, and please do not reach out to us. Do not hesitate to reach out to us in case you need anything.
Yes, please reach out.
Have a great weekend, everybody. Thank you.
Thanks.
Bye-bye.